You know it is messed up when British Stand agrees with Dianne Abbott on something. Yes, I never thought there would be a day where I would make video actually saying something good about her and her opinions. But this where we are. In today's video, we will watch her turn on him and blast him on live TV. Not only that, but we will also go over all of the latest news from up and down the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Just a quick one to say we do have t-shirts available on our website. We have stuck Farmer and Make Britain Great Again ones. Make sure you check the link in the description or go to britishstand.com. So let's have a watch of this.
He did understand.
No, he doesn't. That's the problem. He doesn't. One of the things about Keir is he's only been in the party a relatively short period of time. He was DPP until I think 2014, and he couldn't have been a member of the party. Then he got parachuted into he got parachuted into
St Pancras.
Hobart, just parachuted in, didn't have to contest for it. Then, because it was a safe seat, he didn't have to fight for that. And he has no feel for politics. Now, he might say, I've got a great feel for politics because I smashed people like you. But he's got no feel for politics. He doesn't understand how they feel. Remember, he's on his big fat DPP pension. What does he know about, ageing women who really will depend on the state pension? He doesn't know.
He is your leader.
Absolutely.
He is your Prime Minister.
Yes. Yes, no, he's my leader and he's my Prime Minister. Therefore, I'm entitled to say what I think. There's more I could say, but I've said...
Dianne, go on.
But I've said the minimum. But no, he doesn't understand how they feel. And the other thing he doesn't know, because he wasn't an MP at the time, is how persistent they were and how committed they were to their campaign.
And how widespread is the feeling amongst Labour MPs who are upset with this government decision? Because it was not in the manifesto, was it? It was not promised.
I think a lot of MPs are very unhappy. It may be that, the new intake are going to march with Keir over a cliff, but a lot of MPs, particularly MPs that had their photo taken with What We Women, if they think that people are going to rally behind them, what is going to happen is those new MPs are going to go back to their constituencies and they're going to hear what people think. And I think they could be on a kind of knife edge on that vote, because there'll be so many Labour MPs who will either not vote or vote against them.
Right, is that, is it?
The reaction to this is the same as ours. This is how people have reacted. This user said, "Wow. I didn't realise Dianne Abbott could speak normally." Kevin said, "Probably the first time that I have agreed with Dianne Abbott. Walking over a cliff edge." James said, "Bloody hell. I've just actually agreed with Dianne Abbott. Absolutely shook. Gonna take a digital detox for a few days and have a little lie down." Robert says, "I agree with Dianne here. She has told him the truth. He really does need to resign. Dislike my many, and so far out of touch it's unbelievable. He just lies constantly. Pathologically." Paul said, "I am shocked to say on this one occasion I agree with her." This user said, "One of the most sensible things she has ever said. It was a low bar, but she finally surpassed it." This guy said, "Going to make an appointment with the doctor. Dianne is making sense." What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. In other news, Sadiq Khan has been dealt a hammer blow after a High Court judge ruled that councils can legally remove controversial low-traffic neighbourhoods, LTNs, without his sign-off. The decision, to let Tower Hamlets Council remove 3 LTNs in Bethnal Green in East London, came after campaign group Save Our Safer Streets, SOSS, butted heads with Tower Hamlets Mayor Lutfur Rahman over his plans to scrap the schemes. The ruling, delivered on Tuesday, confirmed that the council had followed proper procedures in its decision to remove the LTNs, which had been implemented by the previous Labour administration. Mayor Rahman, whose manifesto pledged to scrap the LTNs, welcomed the High Court's ruling, saying, "We had a responsibility to fulfil the democratic mandate from voters in the May 2022 election to reopen these 3 roads." The decision marks a significant victory for Rahman's administration, which had faced opposition from Transport for London, TfL, local NHS trusts, and 5 local school head teachers who had written an open letter urging him to maintain the restrictions. Rahman also cast down the previous Labour Council's botched LTN scheme, for causing significant traffic problems across the borough. While LTNs improve air quality in their immediate vicinity, the previous Labour administration's botched implementation of LTNs in Tower Hamlets caused traffic congestion on main roads, he said. He said this led to increased air pollution complaints and negative health impacts, particularly affecting working-class households living along the same main roads. But ESSOS campaigners weren't so sure. The group's Jane Harris said, "Our low-traffic neighbourhoods are a major success story in a deprived area of London, virtually eliminating serious road injuries and improving air quality inside and outside the schemes." She added that the proposal would be expensive and unpopular, while harming residents' health and safety. Harris noted that the case focused solely on the legality of the decision rather than its merits, saying, "The judge himself said that this case was not about the rights and wrongs of removing the scheme." Campaigners have warned that the court's decision could have wider implications for similar traffic schemes across London, for which the mayor has long advocated. And SOSS now has until January to decide whether to submit an application to the Court of Appeal. "Our legal team has told us that we have grounds for an appeal. We are raising funds again, and we hope people will continue to support us," Harris said. Hundreds of LTNs have been introduced in the capital since the beginning of the scheme, while TfL has provided councils with funding for even more. In summer 2024, TfL's latest annual progress report said that LTNs remain a key part of the Healthy Streets approach in London and vowed to continue to support boroughs implementing the traffic zones. Lastly, King Charles has been pictured arriving at a Buckingham Palace event after Princess Kate and Prince Andrew dropped out. The King, alongside his private secretary Sir Clive Alderton, was photographed arriving for the King's Christmas lunch at Buckingham Palace. This comes shortly after it was confirmed that the Prince and Princess of Wales would not be attending the pre-Christmas lunch. British Stand understands that they look forward to spending time with the family, as usual in Sandringham over Christmas. Kate and William, both 42, are already in Norfolk and always plan to be. In addition, Prince Andrew and his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson will not be present at Buckingham Palace today. The King's brother had already withdrawn from joining senior royals at Sandringham for the festive period. It was previously revealed in a High Court hearing that alleged Chinese spy Yang Tengbo, who was banned from the UK, was said to have been a close confidant of Andrew. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.